Blood Bowl, one of Games Workshop's most popular sub-games. Based in the Warhammer Fantasy Old World, this ever-enduring game has had almost consistently supported versions ever since the first edition in the mid-80s. Many of us growing up in the 90s saw the bright blue and yellow 3rd edition box in the shelves of our local Games Workshops, alongside other classics such as Warhammer Quest and the 4th edition of Warhammer Fantasy Battle. Hello, my name is Adam, welcome to the Lead Realm, and today we're going to take a look at some of my teams for Blood Bowl 3rd edition. The first team we'll look at are the Chaos Allstars, a team comprising of a mix of Beastmen and Chaos Warriors, with the option to take a Minotaur for some extra heavy support. For my warriors, I wanted them to be generic enough that they didn't look to be aligned with any particular Chaos god. Perhaps the red gives a bit of a Khorne vibe, but I was using it mostly to stand out against the darkness of the rest of the models. My Beastmen feature the same red used on their loincloths and shoulder pads, but with some more gold and silver accents. I really like these old Beastmen models. Their goat-like heads and hooves really give them a distinct and unique silhouette. Finally, we have one of the Chaos mutations with a claw, and a mildly converted Minotaur. I wasn't a big fan of the official Minotaur model for Blood Bowl, so I used this fantasy battle figure, removing the weapon and sculpting on some very simple knuckle dusters. Our next team is the Naggaroth Nightmares, one of the only teams that I haven't added any additional models to from the basic box set. This is the team I normally offer to anyone that wants to try out Blood Bowl before committing to buying their own. Most of the team is made up of different flavours of Dark Elves, all of which have been painted in a vibrant purple, black and gold scheme designed to stand out against the green of my pitch. Also included are 2 Witch Elves. I always enjoyed the 4th edition glam rock hair Witch Elf models, and effectively used these as tests for a potential Witch Elf themed Dark Elf army in the future, perhaps a Dark Elf Cult of Slaanesh army from the Storm of Chaos. Next up are the Halflings, one of the teams that, to my knowledge, never got a full starter set box, but rather were released via blister packs. Almost entirely made up of standard Halflings in a variety of makeshift protective gear, this team makes good use of cheap costs to hire many players in order to swarm the opposition and to make up for their diminutive stature. They also had the ability to hire a Halfling cook who, if I remember correctly, would provide benefits to the wider team. The final player, and probably the reason most people enjoyed playing Halflings, is the Tree Man. With the ability to literally throw Halflings across the board, this player injected an element of chaos into the mix. This isn't the official Blood Bowl Treeman, but once again, I preferred this model and always thought his pose looked like he was trying to intercept a ball anyway. Our next team is the Chaos Dwarf team, the Zharr-Naggrund Ziggurats. Hopefully I pronounced that right. The Chaos Dwarves are accompanied, as ever, by their reluctant servants, the Hobgoblins. The whole team is painted in a similar scheme to the Chaos team I showed previously. I don't think that was a conscious choice, but when I think of both races, red certainly comes to mind. I enjoy the contrast that the pop of green from the Hobgoblin skin gives against the red armour and cloth. The Chaos Dwarves themselves are of the big hat variety, which, in my opinion, is the definitive style. As much as the later Forge World models were nice, These are so unique and distinctive. I was pleased to see the most recent release from Games Workshop tried to bring back some of these classic elements. The final players in the team are a pair of bull centaurs. Painted in the same scheme as the Chaos Dwarves themselves, they are an imposing presence on the pitch and give the team a much needed element of speed. My final team are the Skavenblight Scramblers, and, as you might be able to tell from the sheer number of them, these are my favourites. I wanted to have access to all of the possible player combinations, so there are more players here than you could reasonably expect to field at one time. Standard clan rats make up the core of the team, backed by the heavily armoured storm vermin for defending, and the sneaky gutter runners for pushing through and scoring. The Skaven team has the ability to take various mutations, such as claws, long legs, extra arms, and big hands, all of which I have models for here. Of course, what would any Skaven team be without a Rat Ogre? And, for once, I'm actually using the official Blood Bowl model here. I like this one so much, in fact, that I have another one that features in the Rat Ogre unit within my Skaven army. Finally, this is the only team where I have the star player. For those of you that are not aware, most Blood Bowl teams have access to a race-specific named star player that can be hired to play within your team, and the Skaven one is called Hackflem Scuttlespike, and here you can see him with both of his heads and all of his arms ready to cause mayhem on the pitch. So there we have it, all of the teams that I currently have for Blood Bowl. At some point, I would like to pick up the ones that I am missing to complete the 3rd edition collection, but it isn't a game I get a lot of opportunity to play, so that's probably lower priority than some of my other projects. I hope you've enjoyed taking a look at these models with me today. Did you play Blood Bowl back in the 90s? And if so, what was your team of choice? Until next time though, stay old school and long live the lead.